All right, we are live right now with our first of what will hopefully not be too long of a night of severe weather coverage here in southern Illinois. Currently, we have no tornado warnings in effect for southern Illinois, but we are now watching that line of storms inch closer and closer to the Mississippi River. We decided to go ahead and come on to make you aware of two tornado warnings that are currently issued in southeastern Missouri. These are about 45 minutes to an hour away from moving into southern Illinois. These storms have just started developing, and they are currently in the Fredericktown, Missouri area. In fact, we have a possible tornado over Fredericktown, Missouri right now. I'm going to go ahead and stop. On the right side of your screen, you see velocity. On the left side of your screen, you see radar. Velocity shows us the winds inside of the storm. I'm going to switch over to St. Louis's radar and see if we can get a better look at this. Does not appear so, but there is a likely tornado in Fredericktown, Missouri right now that is tracking to the northeast and will track into Perry County, Missouri over the next 15 minutes or so. 15 minutes or so. If this storm does continue on its current track, it would impact the Mississippi River near the Jackson and Randolph County line. So that would be right near the right north of the Gorham area and right south of Rockwood. But once again, that is likely tornado on the ground in Fredericktown, Missouri. That storm continues to move northeast, and that's a storm we'll keep our eye on. Another storm we're keeping an eye on that is a little bit further away from southern Illinois at this point is this storm cell that is developed down near Williamsville, Missouri. This is going to be moving northeast as well into the Marquand area, into Marble Hill. If this holds together, like I said, this storm still has a long way before it would impact southern Illinois, still about 60 miles away from the Mississippi River. So likely going to see some changes in that storm by the time it gets to southern Illinois. We'll keep a close eye on that storm. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the overall radar view that we are keeping an eye on right now. Now, the good thing, a little bit earlier, we saw, if you were following our social media, we saw a severe thunderstorm warning issued for this area. So that includes Mount Vernon, Pinckneyville. That area was under a severe thunderstorm warning, but there was actually, and there still are, tornado warnings that have been issued for areas just to our north, including Effingham, Vandalia, and Salem. Those areas are under tornado warnings right now for radar-indicated tornadoes. That crept literally just north of our coverage area, just north of Jefferson County, and that is some good news there. Since this line has moved through, my overall concern for Perry County, Illinois, for Jefferson County, Illinois, and for points further north to the Metro East is much lower than it was a little while ago. But if you do live in Perry County, Illinois, be keeping a close eye on this storm in Fredericktown, Missouri. It's right on that edge of the Paducah radar right now. You see that blue right there. That's kind of the cutoff of the Paducah radar. But we have multiple radars taking a look at this storm right in Fredericktown, Missouri. As I mentioned, if this holds together, it'd be crossing the Mississippi River in about 30 minutes and would be moving into portions of northwestern Jackson County and maybe eventually into Perry County. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. That includes, and this is another storm I was literally just about to mention. Now that they've issued the warning, I will certainly mention it. This is in effect for Johnson, western Massac, and a large portion of Pulaski County. This warning was just issued, and it expires at 6:45 p.m. We're going to get that warning published up on our Facebook right now, and we'll keep a close eye on that. That storm could produce a tornado if we see enough rotation in the atmosphere. We're going to keep a close eye on that storm. Let me go ahead and get this warning published out. So once again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning issued for Johnson, Alexander, I should say Pulaski, northwest Massac County, and extreme southern Williamson County. And again, this warning goes until 6:45 p.m. So, severe thunderstorm warning in effect for those areas until 6:45 p.m. We'll go ahead and get back to radar now that is published up on our social media pages. This is the area I'm looking at. Let's go and switch this over to velocity really quick. This is the area I'm keeping a close eye on when it comes to some rotation. This is a cell that, if it forms together right, could eventually produce a tornado. So we're going to keep a close eye on this cell. Again, it's just now crossing the Mississippi River into southern Illinois. This is down in the Cairo area. Now, one thing that's going to be different about these storms that we track is that, okay, we just had a new tornado warning. One moment. We're going to revert back to this warning now. We have a new tornado warning that's just been issued for this cell in Missouri. That is for northwestern Perry County, Missouri. That warning is for a radar-indicated tornado, and that is in effect until 6:45. So we do have a possible tornado here that's just moved through Fredericktown, Missouri, moving into the Perryville, Missouri area now. And if that continues to hold, that would move into northwestern Jackson County within the next 45 minutes to an hour. We've got another possible tornado we're keeping an eye on. This is also radar indicated. This is south of Greenville, Missouri. You can see a broad area of rotation in that radar scan right there. That is also moving to the northeast. That would eventually impact southern Illinois over the next probably over an hour. This still has quite a ways to go, about 55 miles to go before it goes into southern Illinois. We'll keep a close eye on that storm. Let's revert back to this severe thunderstorm warning again. This is, I would say, as far as immediate threats, this is probably the storm I would be concerned with the most for southern Illinois if we are able to see some rotation in it. We're not seeing that yet, but if we did, it'd likely be in this area. So we'll keep a close eye on the velocity in that storm. It's a very weird-looking cell right now. It's kind of a clustered cell, and there's another cell to the south of it, south of this one, that we're also keeping a close eye further into western Kentucky. But these storms are moving to the north-northeast. So normally when we track these storms in our area, we track them moving more kind of like this, in this direction. Well, these are moving more on a north-northeast direction. So whatever storms we see develop down in Poplar Bluff, for example, could eventually impact Carbondale over the next 2 hours. So that's why we're keeping a close eye on this line of storms as it moves into southern Illinois. So once again, no tornado warnings in effect for southern Illinois right now, and we just had a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Union, Jackson, and Perry County in Illinois. That goes until, let's see, that would be 7 o'clock p.m. We're going to get that posted out as well. Just in, again, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Jackson, Perry, and Union County. And that is until 7 o'clock p.m. So again, if you're just joining us, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for southern Illinois. We have 1 severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect for Perry County, Illinois, Jackson County, Illinois, and a large portion of Union County, Illinois. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued just about 5 minutes ago for Johnson County, Pulaski County, and portions of Massac County. We have 2 tornado warnings currently issued for portions of southeastern Missouri. We have this tornado warning and another tornado warning that's been issued near Perryville. Let me do something really quick. I'm going to mess with some of our settings here because I know some of you might have a hard time seeing the town names on this, because I know sometimes it's a little bit hard to see. So we'll see if we can maybe see about getting that changed for you. Maybe not. Well, okay. We'll see about that in a second. But once again, we did have let's go ahead and take a look at velocity one more time for these 2 storms in southeastern Missouri. Yeah, still seeing some very broad rotation signatures on both of these storms. This one is right near Greenville, Missouri. Let me switch over to correlation coefficient and see if maybe there's some debris in that. I'm not seeing that yet, but we do have a possible tornado right here. We just got another update. We do have a possible tornado right here with some rotation in southeastern Missouri, and we have another possible tornado with rotation here now moving into Perry County, Missouri. That's going to be impacting the Perryville area within the next 15 to 30 minutes. We'll see if this holds together. If it does, once again, it would be impacting Jackson County, northwestern Jackson County, I should say, within the next 30 minutes to an hour. And we have a broad severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm going to highlight it here so you can see it a little bit better. A very broad severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Jackson, Perry, and Union County. So that includes the communities of Anna, Cobden, Pomona, Carbondale, DeSoto, Elkville, Ava, DeCoin, and Pinckneyville. Severe thunderstorms will be impacting your area within the next 30 minutes to an hour. Again, that severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 7 o'clock p.m. Let's take another look at this storm right now down in Alexander County, Illinois. See if we can't take a look at the rotation on that. So far, this storm is behaving. That is a good thing. I will tell you, based off really what is saved areas, say, of Jefferson County, kind of areas up here, is that severe thunderstorm we saw move to the north of Jefferson County. So my overall concern for Mount Vernon, for this area, on a line from Pinckneyville to Mount Vernon and north, my concern is very low for any more severe weather in that area. My concern is moderate for severe weather in this area. Again, we've seen some rain form in front of these storms, so that might help limit the moisture availability. And I'd say my severe weather concerns are still very high for this area south of Illinois 13, and we're keeping a close eye on this storm right here. Should we see any rotation in it, a tornado warning would be issued right now. That's still a severe thunderstorm warning for Johnson, Massac, and Pulaski County. That also includes a very small portion of extreme central western Pope County, so just south of Eddyville, in that warning as well. Let's also take a look once again at this storm near Perryville. I think this is the storm I'd have the most concern with right now. We're seeing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in this at least. So this could, I don't think it's likely that this is a tornado, but this is a possible tornado, at least a tornado trying to form with this storm moving into Perryville, Missouri right now. And once again, if this continues on that track, it's about 20 to 25 miles out from the Mississippi River. So we still have about 15 minutes to keep a close eye on that storm. And we still have this tornado-warned storm down in Greenville, Missouri. That's going to be moving into the Marble Hill area within the next 15 to 30 minutes. That storm's still about 45 to 50 miles out from moving over the Mississippi River. These storms are moving relatively fast, so we will keep a close eye on them. I do think if we do eventually see a tornado warning for southern Illinois, it's probably going to be for an extreme, for this storm in particular, it's probably going to be for Perry County, Illinois, southern Randolph County, and northwestern Jackson County. That is if this storm holds together. Let's take a look at the correlation coefficient. So we have some rotation. Okay, sometimes the velocity is not wanting to work. Here we go. Okay, so right here is that area of rotation that we're watching in that storm. Again, that is moving into Perry County, Missouri right now. It's moving northeast. That tornado warning is for radar-indicated rotation and expires at 6:45. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning. The reason that warning has been issued is, you take a look at this. So we have that rain, right, that's developed. This is the line that we're watching. We have this area of rain that's developed ahead of this line. the Weather Service is thinking, and I'm hoping as well, that some of that rain may have pulled some of the moisture availability out of the atmosphere, which is a good thing. If that did happen, that would increase the threat for damaging winds, because this would form into more of a squall line, but that would decrease the threat for tornadoes. So that would be a good thing. And so far, both of these storm cells we're watching would be embedded tornadoes in that line. So that's some good news. Hopefully that stays that way. I still do have some concern, though, with this cell right here. Again, it's under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Seeing maybe a little bit of rotation right there near New Grand Chain, as well as a little bit of rotation right there near Olin, but certainly not enough to issue a tornado warning at this point. So that's that warning in effect until 6:45 p.m. So if this line of storms that we're tracking does form into a squall line, okay, we just had a new tornado warning that has just been issued. Let's take a look at this. This is for, let's see, this is for radar indicated rotation. That is for northeastern Bullinger County, southeastern Perry County, Missouri, and northern Cape Girardeau County, Missouri. So we have 2 tornado warnings that have been issued now. So if you live in Jackson, Franklin, Williamson, and Perry counties in Illinois, you need to be keeping a close eye on this area of storms right here. This is going to be crossing the Mississippi River within the next 15 minutes, and if this continues at its current pace, again, this is moving into a very conducive environment for severe weather. If this continues at its current pace, we would likely be seeing some more tornado warnings issued for southern Illinois within the next 15 to 30 minutes. We also have a new tornado warning that has been issued for this storm. We're really starting to see a lot of warnings issued right now. I know we have a lot of people asking in the comments sections about their exact locations. I think this is, we had originally said earlier today that this would be more of a earlier afternoon threat, but it's looking like this is going to be more of a nighttime event now. I'll say that. Get that out of the way. We're seeing now a lot, look at this. We're seeing a lot of tornado warnings, a ton of tornado warnings being issued now in areas of Arkansas. And as I mentioned on the top, these tornadoes are moving on a north-northeast track. So if they continue, they could impact areas of extreme far southeastern southern Illinois, but that's still a long way out. So we'll keep our eyes on those. We have another warning that's been issued down for this storm. Man, we have so many radars here, it's hard to keep track. We have a tornado warning issued for this storm near Pocahontas, Arkansas. That is going to be moving into southeastern Missouri. We'll keep an eye on that storm. But let's talk about these two. Again, we still have that other severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued for this storm. That includes Johnson County. And if you live in the Union County, Illinois area, if you live in Jackson County, Illinois, if you live in Perry County, Illinois, if you live in Pulaski County, Illinois, and if you live in Johnson County, Illinois, you need to be seeking shelter indoors, not necessarily seeking shelter underground because you're not under a tornado warning, but you need to be seeking shelter indoors and away from windows because all of those areas are under a severe thunderstorm warning at this time. Currently, we have no tornado warnings in effect for our coverage area in southern Illinois. That's I-64 South. We'll keep a close eye on that. We just got a new update on this tornado possible near Perryville, and let's see what that update was. Let's switch back to the St. Louis radar. Yeah, we could definitely have a tornado with this storm near Perryville. Seeing more of a tight area of rotation now. Possibly a tornado. I'm not going to say it is, but man, it's wanting to pick up intensity now as it nears the Mississippi River, unfortunately. So if you have anyone you know that lives in Perryville, Missouri, they need to be seeking shelter. They're under a tornado warning for this potential tornado, and have some very strong wind gusts on this line extending down from Sedgwickville to Marble Hill, Missouri. That line is still about 20 miles out from the Mississippi River. Still seeing some rain showers moving across Franklin, Williamson, and Jackson County ahead of this line. So whatever tornadoes we see with this storm system are likely going to be embedded tornadoes or rain-wrapped tornadoes. So that might be something that's also typically when we have tornado warnings like this on individual supercells, we see a lot of observed tags. What that means is either a emergency manager or a storm spotter or someone has physically observed a tornado, and that's why they issue the PDS warnings. But we're not seeing. I don't think we're going to see that quite as often with these storms because these are forming in more of a line, and they're going to be more difficult to see, especially as we head more towards sunset once these storms make their way into southern Illinois. Let's take a look at the velocity again. Okay, we just got an update on that. That's a good update. A little bit less of a hook right here on this storm, or a rotation signature with this storm. So that is some good news. We'll keep a close eye on that, but you can kind of see right there on radar, there's a little bit of spin in the atmosphere right there. That's why that tornado warning has been issued. And then this line of severe storms is going to be moving into Jackson County probably within the next 15 to 30 minutes. That's why the National Weather Service has issued that severe thunderstorm warning with a possible tornado tag for Jackson, Union, and Perry County in Illinois. So that includes Murfreesboro, Carbondale, DeSoto, DuQuoin, Pinckneyville. Take a look at this. We're seeing maybe, let's go back to reflectivity here. We are seeing a couple areas of maybe some rotation right there and right there. So we'll keep a close eye on that. That would be moving into Perry County, Illinois. So we have another, let's take a look at this other storm right now that is in Johnson County. It's moving into Johnson County right now. That is a severe thunderstorm warning. Still not seeing any rotation in that, thankfully. So that is some good news. But if you live in Johnson County, you need to be seeking shelter indoors. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for your area. And boom, we just have another tornado warning. So we have one of the biggest tornado warnings I think I've seen for our area issued for literally all of southeastern Missouri on the other side of the Mississippi River from southern Illinois. So this is a very intense line of storms now. It's starting to gain intensity now that is moving into the Mississippi River area. It's going to be moving into southern Illinois within the next 15 minutes or so. A very intense line of storms moving into our area. We have 3 radar-indicated tornado warnings that have been issued for this line of storms moving closer and closer to the Mississippi River. So once again, as of right now, we have no official tornado warnings issued for southern Illinois. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Pulaski, Johnson, and Massac County, and we have a severe thunderstorm warning issued for Perry, Jackson, and Union County in southern Illinois. Keeping an eye, I would assume we will probably have a tornado warning issued eventually for this area, Franklin, Williamson, Jackson, Union, Johnson County, as I assume those areas will be under a tornado warning within the next 30 minutes to an hour. So keep a close eye on these storms as they move closer to southern Illinois. Let's take a look at that cell. Okay, yeah, we're seeing some tidal rotation now. Look at that. We're seeing some tidal rotation right now, right over Perryville, Missouri. Really tight rotation there. We could definitely have, a tornado on the ground. 79-mile-per-hour winds being 111. All right, we likely have a tornado on the ground right now with this storm moving into or just north of Perryville, Missouri. Likely tornado on the ground with this storm now moving into Perryville, Missouri. This still has the radar indicated tag from the Weather Service, but we likely have a tornado on the ground. Let's take a look at the correlation coefficient that shows us the debris possible inside the storm. If we start seeing a little blue dot right there, we're looking at that. We have a likely tornado on the ground right now moving into Perryville, Missouri. Let's track this storm out. So this is going to be moving on a track to the northeast. This is about 25 miles out from Campbell Hill and Ava. If you live in Campbell Hill or Ava, you need to be keeping a very close eye on this storm, as you're not under a warning yet, but this storm could impact you if it holds together. If you live in even as far out as DuQuoin, I'd say you're probably about 30 minutes to an hour away from this. So keep a close eye on that storm. We have another area of rotation here near Beeley, Missouri. Let's take a look at the winds inside of that. We're seeing some winds in excess of 50 miles per hour in that. We're not seeing those big winds that we saw with that little cell up near Perryville, Missouri. Another area of rotation here. Same thing with that. So the only, I think, likely tornado we have on the ground right now is with this moving into Perryville. That's very concerning. Perryville has a history of tornadoes, and look at that. We have a little area right there of 111 mile per hour wind gusts with that storm. So we have a possible tornado, likely tornado, I'll say, moving into the area of Perryville, Missouri right now. This is a very intense storm, and it has a likely tornado on the ground that will be moving into the area of the Mississippi River within the next 15 minutes. All right, Lee, we have a update to, we have a new tornado warning now. Okay, we have an observed tornado with this storm. This is in Bollinger County, Missouri. Oh, yeah, we've got a likely tornado here with this storm. 98, 99 mile per hour winds being picked up in this on radar. This is moving into, let's see, where is this warning for? This is for southern Bollinger, northern Scott, east central Wayne, and southern Cape Girardeau, and northern Stoddard counties in Missouri. This is still 35 miles out from the Mississippi River. We have to keep a close eye on all of these storms. We're very likely going to see tornado warnings issued for southern Illinois within the next 15 to 30 minutes. Really quickly, let's take another look at this severe thunderstorm warning that's been issued for Johnson County. We have some pretty gusty winds likely moving through that area. There's a little area of rotation here near Buncombe that is moving towards Goreville. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah. Okay. We could have a possible tornado with this right here. If you live in Goreville, you're not under a warning, go ahead and get in your shelter. We have an area of very, very strong winds, if not a tornado, moving towards your area. If you live in Goreville, be seeking shelter. You have an area of rotation moving towards your area right now. Okay, we have let's take a look at, we got multiple warnings we're taking a look at right now. We've got a PDS warning now issued for Cape Girardeau County, Missouri. This would impact areas of, I'm going to give you about an hour track on this. If this continues, this would impact Alexander County, Southern Union County, Johnson County, Pulaski County, and Massac County over the next 30 minutes to an hour. This is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground near Zalma, Missouri. Keeping a close eye on that storm. We have a tornado warning issued for this area of very strong straight-line winds moving closer to the Mississippi River. That storm is now just about 12 miles out from crossing the Mississippi River. If you live in Grand Tower, you need to go ahead and get in your safe spot. If you live in Gorham, you need to go ahead and get in your safe spot. We're likely going to see a tornado warning issued for your area here momentarily. We also are keeping a close eye on that storm near Perryville, Missouri. Once again, this is moving into that area where there's a lot of radar shed with the Paducah radar, but we likely still have a tornado here. In fact, we have a tornado warning that's now been issued for portions of Randolph County, Illinois. That includes Chester, Steelville, Willisville. Those areas are under a tornado warning. That is until, let's see the timing on this. That is until 7 o'clock p.m. So this storm in Perryville that likely had a tornado on the ground might still have one That's going to be moving into the Rockwood area across the Mississippi River. That's going to be moving into the Campbell Hill area. It might just clip the northern edge of Jackson County, but this, if it holds together, would impact Pinckneyville. This is about 30 miles out from Pinckneyville. If you live in Pinckneyville, be keeping a close eye on this storm. We'll keep a close eye on it for you. And we have, again, this line of storms that's been moving closer and closer to the Grand Tower area. That's also under a tornado warning. That's radar indicated as well. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Jackson, Perry, and Union County. If you live in any of those counties I just mentioned in Illinois, we'll go ahead and include Alexander in that too, even though they're not in a warning. If you live in Perry, Jackson, Union, or Alexander County, Illinois, you need to be thinking about where you will go when a tornado warning is issued for your location. You need to be thinking about where you will go if a warning is issued, because I think it is highly likely that we could see a tornado warning issued for especially this storm to the south, moving into Cape Girardeau. Man, this is really concerning because this is moving into a highly populated area. Let's take a look at the winds in this one. Winds over 60 miles per hour with this storm. Yeah, winds over 60 miles per hour. Again, we're going to be able to get a better idea of the winds inside some of these storms the closer they move to southern Illinois, because the Paducah radar is right here, and these storms are still over here. So the further they move to the east, the better idea we'll get on radar of these storms. So once again, Perry, Jackson, and Union counties, you need to be seeking shelter. We're going to put this out on our social media right now as well. Perry, Jackson, not Johnson, Perry, Jackson, and Union counties. You need to be seeking shelter. So once again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning issued for Perry, Jackson, Union, and Alexander County until 7 o'clock p.m. That'll likely be upgraded to tornado warnings in that area. We're keeping a close eye on this. If you have any reports, be sure to leave those in the comments section. We want to make sure that we know what is going on and we can keep people prepared ahead of time. Let's see here. I'm trying to get my ducks in a row before this moves into southern Illinois. All right, so just put that post out now. Again, we have several tornado warnings that have been issued for numerous counties in southeastern Missouri. No warning yet for southern Illinois, but if you live in Perry, Jackson, Union, or Alexander counties along the Mississippi River, you need to be thinking about getting into your safe spots soon, because these storms are going to be moving into your area momentarily. All right, we have a new tornado warning that has just been issued. We're going to get this out right away. New tornado warning just issued for Franklin, Northern Williamson, Jackson, and Perry counties. We have a new tornado warning that has just been issued. This is let's see here. We have to get this out on social media right now for those of you who might not be listening. A tornado warning has been issued for Perry, Jackson, Franklin, and Williamson counties. So again, we just had a very broad tornado warning that has been issued for areas of Jackson, Perry, Franklin, and northern Williamson County. This includes Marion, West Frankfort, Carbondale, Murfreesboro, Elkville, Benton, Cesar, DuQuoin, Pinckneyville. Heart of our coverage area right there. We have a very broad tornado warning that's just been issued for your area. We have multiple areas of rotation that we're tracking, almost too many to even mention. We're not sure where exactly tornadoes could be on the ground because these are going to be rain-wrapped storms. But there's some rotation here near DuQuoin. If you live in DuQuoin, you need to be in your shelter. If you live along the Mississippi River anywhere, you need to be in your shelter as well. We still have an extremely dangerous PDS tornado warning in effect for this cell that would be moving into Alexander County and Southern Union County. You're not under a warning yet, but if you live in Jackson, Williamson, Franklin, or Perry counties, you need to be in your safe spot right now. You had a tornado warning that has just been issued for you. That tornado warning expires at 7:15 p.m. So again, we have multiple tornado warnings in effect for this storm. This includes Franklin, Williamson, Jackson, a portion of Jefferson, Union. No, Union is still included in the severe thunderstorm warning. This is included for Perry, Franklin, Williamson, and Jackson County. So again, we have multiple tornado warnings in effect right now for Franklin, Williamson, Jackson, and Perry County. If you live in any of these areas, you need to be seeking shelter. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued as well. This is for all of Saline County, all of Hamilton County, and the sirens are sounding right now here in Marion. Here on Tower Square in Marion, we have tornado sirens going off just now here in Marion. You can probably hear those in the background here on our offices at Tower Square. We have a tornado warning. Really, if you live anywhere, say, west of I-57 and north of I-24, you need to be in your safe spot. I'll just put it kind of like that. Not everyone's going to see a tornado, but we have so many different areas of rotation right now. It's almost too much to keep up with. We have very strong winds now moving into the Grand Tower area. This is going to be crossing the Mississippi River over the next few minutes or so. If you live in Grand Tower, be getting in your safe spot. If you live in Murfreesboro, Carbondale, DeSoto, Gorham, Virgins, Dowell, Elkville, you need to be getting into your safe spot. We have very strong winds here. Let's see, it's picking up 60-mile-per-hour winds now in this area. We're listening to see if we can maybe get some updates from the Weather Service on where there could be tornadoes on the ground. But we have multiple tornado warnings that have just been issued. We got sirens sounding here in Marion now. Franklin, Williamson, Perry, Jackson counties, you need to be in your safe spot. You are under a tornado warning until, make sure we got the timing on that right, until 7:30, I believe, 7:15 p.m. These storms are picking up speed now, and we have a widespread tornado warning issued for a large majority of our coverage area. We're going to pull up our cameras for you right now and hopefully get a better look at this from our web cameras. All right, so we are going to pull up our web cameras here for you momentarily. We do have a tornado warning that has been issued for Williamson, Jackson, Perry. Okay, here we go. We're going to put this on the screen for you and give you a live view of this storm. So this is from our camera on this is looking, I believe, to the north. I'm sorry. This is looking to the east towards Marion. So you can see a very large area of rainfall just moving into the Marion area right now. Let's try to move that camera around and see if we can't see something else. Okay, so that is going to be towards Marion now. So the direction you're looking at right now is towards Tower Square. All right, so we have a tornado warning once again in effect for Williamson, Franklin, Jackson, and Perry County. This is in effect till 7:15 p.m. We have a possible tornado also on the ground in Advance, Missouri. That's still about 30 to 45 miles out from southern Illinois. We'll keep a close eye on that. But very strong tornado-warned storms you can see live there on our camera moving into southern Illinois right now. Again, I'll reiterate, if you live in Williamson, Franklin, Jackson, Perry County, I'd even go as far as to say Union County, you also need to be getting into your shelter right now. All of these areas are being impacted by severe weather as we speak. And you can see that right now on our webcam, the storm moving into the Marion area. Let's see, if we have not had a warning issued yet for that south side of the storm. There is still a PDS warning in effect for areas of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, but we still have that tornado warning in effect now for areas of southern Illinois. And there you are on our camera. You can tell that we have some very strong gusty winds in the Marion area right now. We'll go ahead and take that off and switch our feed. Let's take a look at Anna. Actually, no. Let's take a look at Hickory Hills. So this is down by Lake of Egypt. We'll go ahead and put that back on the screen now. Camera you have on your. See if we can't maybe get any ground truth confirmation on any tornadoes. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we do not take a power hit here in Marion. But if we do, we will still remain on social media. That's the one good part. Okay, so we're not seeing anything yet there on the Hickory Hills camera so far with that camera. One moment. Okay, we might have, let's go back to our PTZ camera right now. I'm seeing some concerning, and here come the sirens again in Marion. So again, this is a live view in Marion right now as we have tornado sirens blaring, and we could have possible tornado somewhere on the ground. We don't know where. This is, again, it looks like there might be a little area right here that there's a large area of very, very heavy rainfall right there. Wouldn't be shocked if maybe there's some very damaging straight line winds, if not a tornado, in that storm you see right there. Let's go back to radar for a moment because we want to keep you updated on what we are seeing. Let's see. So what we just saw move through the Marion area was really complicated because that was actually a storm from that severe thunderstorm warning we saw down in Johnson County. All right, we have a new tornado warning that's just been issued for Massac, Pope, and Hardin County. This is until 7:15. New tornado warning just issued for those counties: Massac, Pope, Hardin County. Man, we have a lot of storms. If you live anywhere along or west of I-57 in southern Illinois, get in your safe spot now. If you live along or west of I-57 in southern Illinois, get in your safe spot now. We have another tornado warning issued for Mount Vernon now, Jefferson County. Everywhere needs to be in their safe spots right now. We have a confirmed, okay, oh my gosh, this is a very concerning look on this update. Oh yeah, we have a confirmed tornado on the ground now, definitely with this storm moving into Chaffee, Missouri. If you live in Thebes, Commerce, in Alexander County, we have an extremely dangerous tornado on the ground. It's about 15 minutes away. We also have very strong straight line winds and potential tornadoes with this line of storms moving into southern Illinois. The Weather Services went ahead and just issued a tornado warning for pretty much the entire area, Franklin, Williamson, Jackson, Perry County. We also have a tornado warning issued for Pope, Massac, and Hardin County. We also have another PDS tornado warning, an observed tornado issued for this storm. Oh my goodness. If you know anyone who lives in Cape Girardeau, they need to be getting into their safe spot right now. Right now. If you know anyone who lives in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, they need to be getting into their safe spot as we speak. We have a dangerous tornado on the ground moving into the Cape Girardeau area within the next 10 minutes. That could move across the river into the Anna area within the next 30 minutes, keeping a close eye on that storm. Johnson County is the only county in our area right now, with the exception of Pulaski County, that is not under a tornado warning. Hamilton and Union and Pulaski counties, those are the only counties currently not under a tornado warning in our area. So if you live in any other county than those three I just mentioned, you definitely need to be seeking shelter. Really anywhere in southern Illinois definitely needs to be indoors and in a safe spot right now. We have multiple tornado warnings issued for our region, and we have a large confirmed tornado right now moving towards the Cape Girardeau area. Very concerned with that. We have maybe another tornado or area of rotation at least right here moving into Murfreesboro. We'll keep a close eye on that as well. Various different areas of rotation here with this storm. Another area of rotation here moving into Cesar. That's why they've just went ahead and issued this broad tornado warning, just because there's so many areas of rotation, so much to keep up with right now. But as far as individual supercells go, this is what I have the most concern with right now. It's going to be crossing the Mississippi River. Let's see, it's about 15 miles from crossing the Mississippi River in southeastern Missouri. You need to be in your safe spot right now if you live in the Cape Girardeau area. We got to update our graphic here because we have 8 tornado warnings in effect for our region. We're going to take a look at our webcams here in just a second as well. We have multiple tornado warnings in effect, and man, this is a really concerning look. We have a particularly dangerous situation, a PDS tornado warning with this cell moving into hopefully it might just miss south of Cape Girardeau, but it's moving into the Scott City area. And here come the sirens again in the Marion area. We have an area, look at this, we have an area of rotation here, possibly south of Murfreesboro, moving into the Carbondale area as well. We have another area of rotation, once again, up here near Christopher, moving into the Christopher area. Perry, Franklin, Williamson, Jackson County, these storms are moving into your region right now. Union County, you also need to be seeking shelter. We have another tornado warning that's been issued for this storm over in Pope County now. If you live in Pope County, you need to be seeking shelter. If you live in Eddyville, Golconda, those areas are a little less populated, but nevertheless, you need to be seeking shelter. If you live in Pope County, Saline County also under a tornado warning right now. I'm not as concerned yet with the Harrisburg area. You still have a little while, I think, before you'll be issued under a warning. But Harrisburg, I'd say Saline, Gallatin counties, Hamilton counties, those are the only 3 counties right now that don't need to be seeking shelter just yet. All the rest of our counties in southern Illinois need to be getting into their safe spots. Keeping a close eye on that. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground here with this in southern Illinois, or excuse me, in southeastern Missouri, moving towards southern Illinois. Once again, this is a very dangerous situation. If you live in Franklin, Williamson, Jackson, Union counties, you need to be seeking shelter. Still particularly concerned with this. 89 miles per hour. We could definitely have a tornado. Oh yeah, 105. We could definitely have a tornado on the ground here. It's already been confirmed. It's a PDS warning moving into the Cape Girardeau area. We have an area of rotation now moving into Murfreesboro. I don't think there's a tornado on the ground with that, but we'll keep an eye on that. We got another area of rotation here. 41 mile per hour winds picked up on that return south of Murfreesboro. We also have another warning that has been issued. Let's see, we have a new warning. Okay, yeah. We have another area of rotation up here. Mount Vernon, another area of rotation up here near Mount Vernon. We have possible tornado with that as well, 67 mile per hour wind gust. This is radar indicated. You need to be in your safe spot right now. If you live in Jefferson County as well, you're under a tornado warning. Again, we have multiple tornado-warned storms moving into the area right now. This is a very dangerous situation. We're got to keep a close eye on that tornado down near Cape Girardeau, but I know majority of our viewing area is in Williamson, Franklin counties, so we're going to stay focused on that area for now until that storm crosses the Mississippi River. But we have, let's see, hang on, let me zoom out for a moment. We still got to worry about these storms down here eventually as well, so we'll keep a close eye on those. But we have tornado warning issued for Franklin, Perry, Jackson, Williamson. If you live in the Marion area, I know you've heard the sirens now 3 times. We have here at the offices. We're getting a break right now, but we are going to be seeing another line of storms moving in here momentarily, probably within the next 15 minutes. So don't let your guard down just because you're seeing a break in areas like Saline, Pope counties, Johnson counties. Don't let your guard down. You're going to see a break. But we have another line of storms moving in right after this, and we have a very concerning tornado likely on the ground here in Delta, Missouri, moving into the Chaffee area. I'm looking at a live feed right now of the storm down near Cape Girardeau from the sky camera of KFVS. They currently have what looks to be a likely tornado on the ground on their camera. That's the tornado I'm mentioning here in Cape Girardeau. Hopefully, as these storms move further to the east, we'll eventually see these warnings get canceled. My main concern right now, as far as a very destructive tornado, would be the one that's visible on radar, this observed tornado moving into the Cape Girardeau area, Scott City area. That's going to be moving across the Mississippi River into Thebes in the next 15 to 30 minutes. Good news, we have not lost power yet here in Marion at our offices. The only counties not under a tornado warning right now are Union and Hamilton County in southern Illinois, but I am concerned with Union County. Even though you're not under a tornado warning, you need to be in shelter. Man, we're getting some pretty impressive returns here off this storm in Perry County. We got wind readings over 60 miles per hour here. All right, we have a confirmed wedge tornado to the southwest of Cape Girardeau, Missouri. If you know anyone who lives in that area or across the river, they need to be in their safe spots. We have multiple areas of rotation in southern Illinois right now. They're not very broad, but we also have, look at this, 77-mile-per-hour wind gusts being picked up with this in Franklin County. We have 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts picking up with this storm near Norris City. We've got 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being picked up with this storm in Pope County. We've got a confirmed wedge tornado on the ground here with this storm moving into the Cape Girardeau area. Very concerned with that. Let's take a look at the warning once again in Pope County. I don't want to underscore that. Pope County, you are still under that tornado warning. That is still a radar-indicated tornado. I'm not too concerned with Johnson County right now. Johnson, Pulaski, and Alexander County, you are not under a tornado warning right now. Union County, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Likely will be upgraded to a tornado warning soon. We just had a tornado warning now issued for this. We have an observed tornado on the ground. This is going to be moving. This could impact the Cape Girardeau and Anna area if this stays on the ground. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground with this storm in Cape Girardeau. Confirmed wedge tornado on the ground in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We're going to pull up your Skycam once again here. This is from Marion. Okay, so this is a look at our camera in Marion right now. Again, this is an area that's kind of in a break for severe weather right now, but we have another area of severe thunderstorms moving in from the west. Marion, you're not out of the woods just yet. I got to take a look at our camera in Anna. This is more of a water tower camera, but if you zoom in, still quiet there in Anna, but that's an area I'm certainly concerned with this tornado in Cape Girardeau. So once again, we have a confirmed wedge tornado moving into the Cape Girardeau area. So again, this storm will impact Union County in Illinois. We're getting this put out right now. So again, we have a confirmed wedge tornado on the ground heading towards Cape Girardeau. We have multiple areas of rotation. Let's switch it back to radar to give you a better idea of where these storms are. So this line of storms is now moving into, now, once again, we talked about this a lot. These storms up here, these are storms that formed ahead of the line. The line is right here. So some areas like Marion and Saline County and Johnson County have seen these little storms that were rotating supercells. Although those have now moved through and they are moving, they're now, one of them is severe thunderstorm warned and the other is still under a tornado warning. We'll take a closer look at that. Looks like there could be some rotation near Golconda. But this is the main line of storms. It's crossing the Carbondale area right now. If you live in Carbondale, you're still under a tornado warning. You need to be indoors and in a safe spot. And we still have a confirmed tornado on the ground. We have a new warning that's been issued for Anna, Dongola, and Cobden. New warning issued for those areas. This storm does not appear to be slowing down. We have a large tornado on the ground right now moving towards Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Probably about 10 minutes out from moving into Union County. Let's take a look at that storm over in Golconda really quickly. This is a tornado warning storm. This is a radar indicated tornado. Yeah, starting to see a little bit of a hook there on this storm. Let's see if we have any damage reports so far to pass along. I'd imagine we probably most certainly do, and there's probably so much damage it's hard to keep up with in some areas. All right, so we thankfully nothing in just yet in southern Illinois, so that's good. If you live in Golconda, you need to be getting into your safe spot. You are under a tornado warning with radar indicated rotation. All right, we have a very large tornado on the ground right now moving into Cape Girardeau. I know I've said that a lot, but man, this is really concerning. This is a heavily populated area, and it is moving straight towards it. It is moving straight towards Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Let's track this storm out. This is going to be moving. This can move straight through Anna as well. This can move through Goreville. This can move through Krill Springs, south of Marion, if this holds together. We have a large tornado on the ground right now in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We got multiple areas of, oh yeah, look at that. We got something that's picked up in, where was that at? We've got something that's picked up an 81 mile per hour wind gust there with this cell moving into the Christopher area. Oh yeah, oh, right there. Okay, we got a 100 mile per hour wind gust on that. All right, we have a likely tornado on the ground. We have a likely tornado on the ground right here, moving into the Ziegler area. This is very concerning right here. If you live in West Frankfort, Christopher, Buckner, Orient, Ziegler, Royalton, get into your safe spot. Benton as well. You need to be into your safe spot. I'm very concerned about this area right here as it moves further to the east. West Frankfort, Freemanspur, Orient, Ziegler, Royalton, Hearst, Heron, Johnston City, Cambria, Carterville all need to be in their shelters right now. Oh my goodness. What a good update. What a good update we just had from the radar scan right there with that tornado in Cape. That is a very good sign. Man, I got to play that back. We just had a really good, maybe a little bit of a loss of intensification with that tornado. Let's look at the correlation coefficient. We could have some debris right there. We're right in that area. All right, let's take a look at our camera in Marion right now. We have a PDS tornado warning in effect for Union County for a large tornado on the ground. We also have multiple possible small spin-up tornadoes along this line. These aren't going to be the EF4 tornadoes here on this line. These are going to be small spin-up tornadoes that are really hard to forecast. They touch down and they lift right back up. So that's why this whole area has been issued under a tornado warning. All right, let's take a look at, apologies for the brief delay there. Let's take another look really quick at the tornado we have over in Pope County right now, tornado warning. That one not looking quite as impressive on radar now, so that's a good thing. I doubt there's a tornado in that, but still you're under that warning, so make sure you're seeking shelter. And here come the sirens again in Marion. We'll see if we still have a tornado on the ground. I am closely watching our friends over at KFVS in Cape Girardeau right now. We have their live feed up on our TV right now. Their webcam's showing a potentially large and destructive tornado moving into Cape Girardeau. Keeping a close eye on this. Once again, this is a very dangerous situation for those of you who live in Union County. You need to be keeping a close eye on this cell. Although we did see a slight decrease in the latest radar scan, you're not out of the woods yet. I'm going to switch over to our cameras once again here. This is our camera in Anna. And there you see lightning already moving in. Unfortunately, that's not what we call a PTZ camera. That's not a movable camera. But we're going to keep a close eye on that camera over the next few moments as this tornado-warned storm moves closer. Let's take a look at our tower camera in Marion. Okay, so this is that line that we're looking at in Franklin and Williamson counties. This is why the sirens are sounding again here in Marion. Keeping a close eye on that. Let's move a little bit further to the left now. So we'd now be looking down towards the Anna area. Okay. All right, so not much to see so far on that camera, so that's good news. We'll go ahead and switch back to radar now. All right, this storm is now, it looks like, fingers crossed, we are hoping that this storm avoided a direct hit to Cape Girardeau. We're hoping this tornado lifted. So we do have a possible tornado that's moving through the downtown Cape Girardeau area. If you live in McClure, you need to be in your safe spot. If you live in Mill Creek, you need to be into your safe spot. If you live in Anna, you also need to be seeking shelter immediately. This line continues to move into Franklin and Williamson County. If you're in those areas, do not let your guard down. Let's take a look at that rotation right now up towards... Yeah, we might still have a tornado in the Benton, moving towards the Benton area. We have a webcam for that too. One moment while we work to get that up. We're going to put up a generic graphic for a second while we get our Benton camera pulled up and see if we can maybe see something there. All right, we're going to get this Benton camera pulled up for you. Again, just to reiterate, we have multiple tornado warnings that have been issued. They include the Franklin County area, Williamson County, Jackson County, although I think Jackson is going to be more in the clear now. But we have multiple tornado warnings that have been issued. And if you live in Union County, particularly in the McClure area, you need to be in your safe spot. We have a large confirmed tornado on the ground heading towards your location. Let's see about moving this camera up just a bit. Oh yeah, you can see the very, very dark clouds moving. Again, this camera is faced east, so these storms are moving in from the west, but as far to the right as I can go, or left rather, you can see those really dark clouds moving into Benton now. All right, let's take a look at the radar once again because I don't want to get too caught on those camera feeds. But we have some very strong winds moving into the Benton area right now. Could have a spin-up tornado in that area. Becoming a little bit less concerned now with Williamson County, although you're still under a warning. A little less concerned with that area. So that's a good sign. And we still have a confirmed tornado with this storm. This is an observed tornado moving into Union County right now. If you live in Anna, you need to be in your safe spot. If you live in Dongola, you need to be in your safe spot. This is moving just to the north of McClure right now. Anna Jonesboro needs to be in their safe spot. This is a dangerous tornado moving your direction. All right, this storm's starting to gain intensity a little bit more. Let's look at the winds inside of this. Very difficult to see sometimes. We still got 63-mile-per-hour winds. Let's see if we have any. Let's look at the correlation coefficient. So far, we're not seeing much of an indication of any debris in this, so that is a very good sign with that storm. We got to keep a close eye on that storm. Still got the tornado warning out for that. New severe thunderstorm warning has now been issued for Gallatin County. So that tornado warning storm in Pope County is beginning to weaken, thankfully. There's now a severe thunderstorm warning for Saline and Gallatin County. We have a very large severe thunderstorm warning issued all the way up to Marion County, from Johnson County all the way up to Marion County, Illinois. Not Williamson County, but Marion County. That goes until 7:45. All right, still very concerned with this tornado moving into the Anna area. If you live in Anna, you need to be in your shelter right now. We have a tornado moving your direction. So once again, on Anna, Illinois, you need to be in your shelter. All right, so we still have that tornado warning. I was just getting a new post posted out for Anna. Let's look at the storm track on this. One moment, we're going to put... This might be our tornado of the night here that is moving into Union County. We're going to put a track on this now. If this continues, okay, there, very good track. It's a little bit, that track is a little bit further north than I would have hoped, but we have about 7:15 to Anna, 7:30 to the Goreville area, 7:45 to Krill Springs, 8 o'clock to Carrier Mills. Take a look at that on your screen right there. Take a good look at that because that is the estimated time frame for this cell that has produced a confirmed tornado in the Cape Girardeau area. That is the timing. 7:15 Anna, 7:30 Goreville, 7:45 Curl Springs. This should stay south of Marion, and Stone Fort area as well, New Burnside, Carrier Mills, all areas that need to be taking this storm seriously, maybe even eventually Harrisburg if it holds together. We're seeing a lot of we could be seeing a tornado right here as well, between Benton and West Frankfort along 37. We got a 72 mile per hour wind picked up there, and we got another tornado likely. We could have a 107 mile per hour Wayne City. That storm has technically moved out of our coverage area now, but that did move through areas of Jefferson County, so probably the Blueford area. But that tornado moving towards Fairfield, if you know people in that area, they need to be in their safe spot. If you live in Randolph, Jackson, Perry, Randolph, Jackson, or Perry counties in Illinois, you are in the clear for severe weather. If you live in Union County, let's take a look at the most recent update. So that is where our tornado would be if we have one on the ground, which we likely still do, heading towards the Anna area. This is just about 5 minutes out from Anna. If you or someone you know lives in Anna, they need to be in their safe spot as we have a potential tornado on the ground heading towards Anna Jonesboro. Another storm I want to mention really quick is this one. Let's take a look a little bit further to the south now. We've got this storm down near Dexter, Missouri, that has a radar indicated tag on it. We'll keep an eye on that cell. That could eventually impact areas of far southern Illinois and Massac County. We got a line of storms moving through Franklin County right now and Williamson County. Again, my overall concern for Williamson County is a little bit less now. Still have some concern for Franklin County. We got some rotation in those areas. If you live in Benton, you are in the clear. If you live in Royalton, you're in the clear. If you live in Christopher, you are in the clear. If you live in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Waltonville, you're in the clear. If you live in Thompsonville, you need to be in your safe spot. If you live in Johnston City, Marion, Pittsburgh, you need to be in your safe spot. I'm curious to see if the Weather Service extends this tornado warning to include Hamilton and Saline counties. We'll see. Still got an observed tag on this tornado. Yeah, it's still churning. Towards Anna. So we have an area of rotation here moving into Anna Jonesboro. Let's pull up our Anna Jonesboro camera really quickly for you. Oh, it has gotten so dark in Anna now where our camera has actually flipped to nighttime view. This is a live view from Anna where we have a possible tornado moving in right now, at least a very broad area of rotation. Got a very tight area of rotation moving into the Anna area right now. Once again, if you live in the Anna area, you need to be in your shelter. We have a possible tornado bearing down on your community right now, and that is the live feed you see from the water tower in Anna. All right, we still have the observed tag on this tornado that is moving into the Anna area. If you have any storm reports, please send them over. All right, so let's go back to radar for just a moment. We're going to keep a close eye on that camera in Anna. As this storm continues, we have a very tight area of rotation here. Not sure if we still have a tornado on the ground or not, but if you live in the Anna area, you need to be in your safe spot, Anna Jonesboro. Got some very gusty winds, topping 70 miles per hour, southwest of Cobden. All right, tornado warning has expired now. Good news. Tornado warning has expired now for Franklin, Williamson, Jackson counties, all of those areas. You're now under a severe thunderstorm warning, but you are okay. No tornado warnings have been issued for those areas. We're going to get that update published up very quickly. So with that, we're going to turn our full attention to this one cell now down near Anna. And once again, this just because this might not be on the ground right now doesn't mean it can't become on the ground again. If you live in Goreville, you need to be paying close attention to this cell. So once again, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire for Williamson, Franklin, Perry, and Jackson County. And they have replaced that with a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go back to our camera in Anna. Still a lot of lightning in the Anna area. Just going to leave that camera up there for a second. Again, if you live in Anna or Goreville, you need to be in your safe spot as we have a possible tornado moving into your area. I do want to also mention, as we're seeing, looks like the wind pick up a little bit there in Anna now. I know this is a very grainy feed, but it's now 7:19 p.m., and you're looking at a live feed if you're just joining us of the Anna area. The tornado warning for Williamson, Franklin, Perry, and Jackson County has been allowed to expire. If you live in Jackson County, Perry County, Jefferson County, and points, I'll just say points from I-57 to the west of I-57, with the exclusion of south of I-24. West of I-57, north of the I-24 split, you are in the clear for severe weather. And we're really seeing the wind pick up now in Anna. Again, this is a possible tornado moving into the Anna area right now from our live webcam. This is courtesy of Protect Fiber and our Skycam network. Very, very strong winds there in Anna right now. Again, this is not a movable camera, so we're going to see if we see any debris or anything with this. Hopefully not, but possible tornado moving into the Anna area on your screen right now. All right, we have a new tornado warning that has just been issued. It is a PDS warning that has been issued for Marion, Krill Springs, and Goreville. I do think this will stay south of Marion, but Marion, you are included in that warning. We have a new PDS warning that has been issued. I think this will probably track right along the I-57, I-24 split. So if you live in southern Williamson County, be keeping a close eye on this. We're going to put this warning out right away. We need to take a look at our camera in Anna once again because we could have... Oh my goodness, yes. We have a very, very, very strong winds in Anna right now. Would not be shocked. I'm not sure exactly where in Anna this camera is. But, man, we have a... All right, so we have confirmation of a tornado. Bear with us one moment. We have to make sure that this we have the proper area for this warning. Again, we have a tornado on the ground. So if you live in Goreville, Carrier Mills, okay, so once again, you're looking at a live feed of our camera in Anna Jonesboro right now. We're switching that over. We have a likely tornado right now in the Anna area. Again, a tornado on the ground has been reported in the Anna Jonesboro area, Goreville, Carrier Mills, Marion, and Krill Springs. Those areas need to seek shelter now. We have a tornado on the ground, and we have, let's take a look at the correlation coefficient. Oh my, yes, we now have a debris signature on radar. We have a debris signature on radar with this tornado moving into Anna right now. We have a PDS tornado warning issued for all of Williamson County with the exclusion of Carterville and Herrin. PDS tornado warning issued for this storm. This is a dangerous tornado. I've never seen it is getting late, so that explains why it is blacked out. But I've never seen it get blacked out that quick. Again, to reiterate, if you're just joining us, we have a PDS tornado warning that has just been issued for Union, Williamson and portions of Johnson County, Goreville, Carrier Mills, Marion, Curl Springs. If you live in or near any of those areas, you need to seek shelter right now. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is the same cell that produced a likely tornado in Cape Girardeau. We have a tornado on the ground right now in Anna. Siren sounding for a 6th time here in Marion. Let's go back to our camera. It looks like this tornado has now made its way. It might have missed downtown Anna, but it might have went right near the school in Anna Jonesboro. Let's take a look. We have another new tornado warning that has been issued. This is for the Shawneetown area. Let's switch over to Evansville's radar. Okay, yeah, we do have a new tornado warning. This is literally crossing the river right now, so we're not overly concerned. But Shawneetown, old Shawneetown, we could have a tornado on the ground in your area right now too. This is kind of hard to tell because it's so far away from the radar, but you're under a tornado warning as well. You need to be taking shelter if you live in those areas. We also have another tornado we are tracking down here. Let's switch back to Paducah, and we just had a power flash here at the studios in Marion, and we just had the lights flicker. We just heard a very loud lightning bolt outside. We now have possible tornado. So a tornado warning has now been issued for Cairo and far south Alexander County. Also watching this area, we could see a tornado out of that as well, moving into the Cypress area. And we still have that potential tornado on the ground north of Anna. Still has an observed tag on it. We're going to put the time frame on this so you can take a look at when and where this will be moving through. If we can maybe get it on the screen here. It takes a while sometimes. Okay. We have another cell we're watching down here near Dongola. Looks like this tornado might be weakening if it is on the ground just a little bit, so that's some good news. But we have two areas here of rotation. We have this area of rotation up near Anna. We have this area of rotation now down near Dongola. These two storms here are now fighting for energy. So if you live in the Goreville area, Goreville and Buncombe, you need to be in your safe spot as we have very dangerous possible tornado on the ground moving towards your area. The reason I'm not as concerned with the Marion area on this storm is because there is a prefrontal boundary right here. I think Marion should be okay with this. I think it's going to track to the south, but I don't want to speak too soon. Marion, you're still under that tornado warning, but I would say if this continues its track, it would be right about here. So it would probably stay south of Marion, but you're still in that warning. This tornado is not bearing down on Marion, but Marion is under that warning. So taking a close eye on, okay, we have a new tornado warning now issued for Johnson County. This is for radar indicated rotation, and that is with that secondary rotation I mentioned. So Anna, Johnson County, Vienna, Buncombe, those areas, you are now under a tornado warning everywhere west of I-57, with the exception of Alexander County, is now in the clear. Let's take a look at velocity once again on this. Man, I'm afraid we're going to see some damage in this area, whether there's a tornado on the ground or not. That tornado looks like it's going to weaken now, that produced the tornado in Cape and the tornado in Anna. Looks like that's weakening now, but we have a new area of rotation now that's wanting to kind of take over. Got a 76, 70, 80 mile per hour wind gust on that storm. We're now going to put out post on that warning. So again, a tornado warning has been issued for Johnson County, and that is until 8:15. All right, so we have a new tornado warning, just to recap, for Johnson County. This is crossing the Johnson County line right now. I'm becoming very much less concerned with this area, so I think this area is pretty much in the clear now. It does look like we have an area now of rotation. Never mind. Yeah, we do. Small area of rotation up here north of McLeansboro, moving into Mill Shoals. All of our focus is now going to be shifted further to the south of Route 13, primarily south of Route 13. I'm going to take a quick glance outside to make sure that we are all okay out here on Tower Square. I think we are, but I'm going to make sure. We still have power here, so that's a good thing. Yeah, it is pouring down rain here in Marion, but we are okay, A-okay as far as power goes, so that's a good thing. Let's put the track on this cell near Dongola. This is going to be in the Vienna area very shortly, 7:38 p.m. If you live in Vienna, you need to be in your safe spot now. If you live in Simpson, 7:53, you need to be in your safe spot. Eddyville, 8:08, you need to be in your safe spot right now as well. We might have another, just a really tough area. We have two cells fighting against each other. So this is going to be, I'll circle the two areas. Really, we have kind of three areas of rotation now. We have rotation here, we have rotation here, and we have rotation here. So this is really a mixed bag of a lot of rotation here, and we have rotation up here near Goreville as well. That's why these tornado warnings have been so difficult. But yeah, we have 80 mile per hour wind gusts picked up in this storm here. This is right near the Lick Creek Road area, 89 mile per hour wind gusts. Wouldn't be shocked if we have a tornado on the ground here, heading towards Goreville. If you live in Goreville, okay, we just got another velocity update. We've got about 71 mile per hour wind gusts in this storm now. 80 mile per hour. Now gusts over 80 miles per hour with this storm. So if you live in Goreville, you need to be seeking shelter. You are under this tornado warning. And then we have the second tornado warning down near Buncombe. That's a little less organized than it was a second ago. Yeah, So all of Johnson County needs to be in their safe spot right now. You are under a tornado warning. And the sirens are sounding again for an 8th time here in Marion. Another area of rotation right here. This is just a big mess of rotating storms here right near the I-24 split. It looks like they've now trimmed back the tornado warning. If you live in Goreville, let's make sure we've got... I don't think there's a tornado on the ground, but very strong wind gusts with that storm. Definitely want to be seeking shelter if we're in the Goreville area. Definitely want to be keeping an eye on that area of rotation to the north of that as well. Honestly, I think Marion will not be impacted by this. This is going to go to the southeast of Marion. Krill Springs would definitely be affected by this if it does become a little more organized. Rotation here is not nearly as organized as it was earlier. All right. Let's take a look at the velocity in these storms once again. Again, we have a tornado warning in effect for southeastern Williamson County. Marion has now been trimmed out of that warning. We have a tornado warning in effect for southeastern Williamson County that includes Krill Springs. And we have a tornado warning for pretty much all of Johnson County with the exception of the extreme southern area of Johnson County. Some of the same areas that dealt with tornadoes on March 14th, dealing with them again, probably, I would say, possibly, at least down in Johnson County. Let's give you a wider picture of what we're dealing with right now as we continue to track these storms. I'm going to draw a line. Whoops. There we go. Everyone that is west of that line, so Carbondale, Pomona, DeCoin, Pinckneyville, Mount Vernon, Benton, West Frankfort, Herron, Chester, Ava, Sparta, Centralia, all those areas are now in the clear for severe weather. Everywhere to the east of that line, we are still tracking severe thunderstorms. All right, we got a concerning update on that run. We got 83 mile per hour wind gusts now with this storm moving just south of Goreville. Still have some rotation here as well we'll keep an eye on. Let's take a look at our other tornado warning. This has not yet moved into... I would say they'll probably allow this warning to expire. That includes far southern Alexander County. And all the rest of that activity down there should stay to our south. There is a little cell here near Martin, Tennessee that's getting active. That could probably impact areas of western Kentucky if that gains strength. Evansville, Indiana, under a tornado warning right now as well. That is out of our coverage area. So the main storm we're focused on right now is this one in Johnson County. Pretty good. Got some 80 mile per hour wind gusts in this storm out south of Goreville. Keep a close eye on that. Again, that tornado warning, this is going to track into the new Burnside area. Probably will go just to the south of Curl Springs, although I'm not sold on that yet. If you have any storm reports, please be sure to pass them along in the comments section. We do greatly appreciate that. So again, if you live in the Anna area now, you are in the clear. I know we have some people asking about the Anna area. They're in the clear now. And if for those of you viewing this on Facebook, switch over to YouTube. You might have some less problems with the glitching. All right, we just had a new warning issued, and it is a PDS warning, so that means we have a confirmed tornado now. We have a confirmed tornado heading towards Krill Springs. We got a radar confirmed tornado moving towards Krill Springs. Oh yeah, 98 miles per hour in that. Let's get that posted up to our page, social media pages right now as well. And for the 9th time, the tornado sirens are going off here in Marion. Again, Marion, you were in the clear for this. You're still technically under a warning, so that's why they are sounding them. But you are under the in the clear for this storm. Carrier Mills. This looks like it moved just south of Goreville. It might have touched back down right after it passed just south of Goreville. So this is going to be moving towards Krill Springs. This is about 7 miles away from Krill Springs. So at the rate this is moving, you've got about 5 minutes to prepare. You got about 5 minutes to prepare for this storm. Everywhere north of this line, Marion, Pittsburgh, Heron, Carbondale, DeSoto, Murfreesboro, West Frankfort, Benton, DeCoyne, Pinckneyville, you are all in the clear. This could impact Harrisburg if it continues on the route it is. Stone Fort, Carrier Mills, just giving you a heads up. Let's go ahead and put the track on this. See if we can maybe get a storm track on this. So again, we have a PDS tornado warning, and that's really not a good storm track. It's not working correctly. I'd say within the next 30 minutes, if this holds together, this tornado would be moving into the Harrisburg area. So just FYI, we have 70 mile per hour winds on that update, 83 mile per hour winds, 87. So we could definitely have a tornado on the ground here, maybe even two, moving into the Krill Springs area. Vienna, you still need to stay indoors, but I think you are okay as far as the tornado threat goes now. All of Union County is also okay. So once again, we have a confirmed tornado. Again, this is moving towards the Krill Springs and New Burnside area. Newest update showing us still 85-mile-per-hour winds in this. So once again, when we talk about tornadoes, we look for that hook, and there's most certainly that hook in this cell moving into Krill Springs. Harrisburg, you're not under a tornado warning yet, but you need to be taking this storm serious. And once again, we're just getting a really 3 areas of rotation there. We have one, the most strongest to the right. We have one in the middle and then one to the left. So there's a small chance we could have 3 tornadoes on the ground right now, but 3 weak EF0 tornadoes is better than 1 EF4 tornado, so that's a good thing. But it says in the wording that there's still a tornado on the ground. I'm not sold on that based off this most recent update, but you need to act like there is still a tornado on the ground for these areas. Goreville, you're in the clear. If you're watching this and you have any storm reports, please make sure to include those in the comments section. Seeing 88-mile-per-hour wind gusts now in this storm, 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So this is moving just to the southeast of Krill Springs. A lot of you are asking, did a tornado touch down here? Did a tornado touch down here? Just please send us your reports. We got some messages. Let's see. I'll try to see if we can get confirmation on where. I just sent a video. It's not going to work. Here we go. Yeah, if the feed is cutting out, I apologize. We've been on the same connection the entire way from the beginning of this broadcast, so I'm not sure why it's cutting out more now, but we do apologize for that. That's another reason why we are posting the updates to our social media for each warning as well. If any of my emergency management friends that are listening, possibly to this, please make sure to send over to us any confirmation you have of tornadoes in whatever county you cover. Whew. Oh yeah, 95 miles per hour now. This is a big. This is very concerning. We've got an observed tornado on the ground. Radar confirmed tornadoes still.
We do know that the Gordonville Fire Protection District posted that they're headed over to help Delta out.
All right, so we have a likely tornado on the ground right now in The Krill Springs area, again, this is the only cell we're tracking as of right now, the only tornado warned cell. We still have this tornado warning down near Cairo. We'll keep a close eye on that, but if you do live in Cairo, you need to be seeking shelter. You are under a tornado warning. We'll see if they extend that. We also have, we have a total of 2 tornado warnings with this storm in Johnson County and in Williamson County. We have a tornado warning to the north and a tornado warning to the south. Those of you who are listening to us on Facebook, make sure, please let me know if you can hear me at least somewhat okay, so we know it's not an audio problem, but it's actually just a connectivity problem. I don't believe it's an audio problem, but please let us know for sure. And once again, for better connection, usually YouTube provides better results for that. Still very strong winds with this all over the place. Again, this cell started down here near Advance, Missouri. Hang on, I gotta zoom out more. This cell started down near Advance, Missouri, tracked over Cape Girardeau, over Anna with a confirmed tornado, and now it is in the Krill Springs area. So if this continues north, Harrisburg, you would be right in the path of this tornado. All right, just got word from an extremely reliable source. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground in the Krill Springs area. So the warning is correct, and they're going to need to issue a new warning for this here momentarily. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Saline, Gallatin, and Hamilton counties. They're going to need to extend this tornado warning and extend it quick for Saline County. Let's zoom out really quick and show you the big picture here once again. We have a lot of rain moving through the area right now on the back side of this, as we expected. Once this is over, whatever we have as far as damage, it's going to be this. We're far from over from problems here in Southern Illinois once we add 10 inches of rain on top of this, 8 to 10 inches. But that's a story for once this is all over with. But everyone to the west of that line, West Frankfort, Marion, Heron, Carbondale, Anna, Pinckneyville, DeCoin, Mount Vernon, Jackson, all of Jackson County, all of Franklin County, most all of Williamson County with the exception of Krill Springs, you are all in the clear. We're continuing to monitor this tornado warning near the Krill Springs area. I am working very diligently right now to get confirmation of any damage in Union County. We do have confirmation of damage in the Cape Girardeau area from that tornado. Again, this is the same cell. We have confirmation of damage in the Cape Girardeau area. Oh, yeah. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground, no doubt about it. That is a debris ball. That is a debris ball right there. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground east of Krill Springs. Confirmed tornado on the ground east of Krill Springs. That's the biggest debris signature we've seen all day. That is very concerning. Again, we have Harrisburg, you need to be in your safe spot. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground. We got to put this out right away for those who are not joining us live. I'm going to draw a little path here. Oh, hang on, let me redo it. We just got an update. Anyone in that path, I'm going to zoom it out just a bit because we have Harrisburg cut off in that map, but anyone in that path, Carrier Mills, Harrisburg, Muddy, you need to be in your safe spot. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is moving towards the Carrier Mills and Harrisburg area. This storm is currently moving into Saline County within the next couple minutes or so. Once this tornado moves out of Williamson County, I will be much less concerned with their severe weather threat, but we have a confirmed tornado on the ground heading towards Carrier Mills right now and the Harrisburg area. Harrisburg, you need to be in shelter right now. We've got a confirmed tornado heading towards Harrisburg, Illinois. That area right there is where debris is being picked up on radar. Marion is in the clear, for those of you asking. Harrisburg, you have about 10 to 15 minutes to get in your safe spot. If this thing holds together, it's coming likely right through the heart of your community. And I hate to say that because we know the history Harrisburg has with tornadoes, but this is a very dangerous tornado heading towards your area. We have a new tornado warning issued for all of Saline and Gallatin counties. Again, this storm has a history of producing tornadoes. This is the storm of the night here that we're watching, and it is right over the Krill Springs area. It was just about 5 minutes ago, moving into Carrier Mills now. Once again, confirmed tornado on the ground right now. Boy, I hate to say the words Lake of Egypt, but this moved south of that area too, and man, they were just pounded by tornadoes. This was literally the exact day that Lake of Egypt was hit by a tornado last year. Very unfortunate. And we still have a debris signature on radar right here. Looks like it's maybe slowing down just a little bit, so that's a good thing. So again, if you live in Carrier Mills or Harrisburg, you need to be in your safe spot right now. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is the only cell we're tracking right now in southern Illinois, so that's why you're hearing the silences. We're trying to get our information accurate here, and also trying to get some confirmation from the Anna area still yet. So again, a tornado has been confirmed near Carrier Mills, heading towards the Harrisburg area. If you live in Harrisburg, you need to be in your safe spot. We have a dangerous tornado heading your direction. Getting a little bit of good news on the latest update, hopefully. It's tough to tell, but I mean, we still have that debris signature near the Carrier Mills area. If there was a tornado, it would be right about here, right in that area. And once you look at the debris signature, it's still back here by Carrier Mills, so it hasn't caught up yet. But you look at velocity, and it's just kind of a jumbled mess. But you take a look at the winds inside of it. It can be tough to find. Only at 82 miles per hour over here. A lot there, right there. Right there is probably your tornado. 100.7 mile per hour wind gust. So yeah, we likely still do have a tornado on the ground, unfortunately. This is heading towards the Harrisburg area, specifically the north end of town, I would say. Might avoid a direct hit, thankfully. We shall see. Not getting an update on our correlation coefficient. That's what shows us the debris. Hopefully we can get an update on that soon. Looks like once this storm moves out of the area, we should be in the clear in southern Illinois, besides this cell down here that could clip, that's on a track for Paducah, could clip Massac County. Let's take a look at the velocity in that really quick as well. One more time. Hopefully this tornado might have lifted. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing that signature on that most recent update, that any signature of winds over 100 miles per hour. Hang on. Yeah, we could still have a tornado on the ground here, so definitely seek shelter. Anna's clear, Vienna's clear, Marion's clear. Everywhere but the exception of Saline, Gallatin counties. Everywhere with the exception of Saline and Gallatin counties, you are in the clear for severe weather. I will update that with the exception of Massac County. We are keeping an eye on this. This has a confirmed tag with it. So this is another confirmed tornado. 94 mile per hour wind gusts in this at least. That could track into the Paducah area. And that could track into a portion of Massac County as well. So that does not have the observed tag on it anymore, so that's good. We'll keep an eye on that one. Seeing a little bit less of a debris signature on the latest update from the radar for the Harrisburg storm. This is likely past Harrisburg now, if it did move into that area. El Dorado, you need to be in your safe spot as well. This storm is heading up towards your area. Fortunately, we do not have any cameras in Saline County, but I mean, you look at the most recent updates there, it kind of, you can tell by the brighter colors over Krill Springs as it moved into Carrier Mills. It's starting to diminish just a little bit, so that's good news as it moved into the Harrisburg area. Hopefully it did diminish. Looking like this tornado may have likely lifted. We're not seeing the same debris signatures we saw a moment ago, so that is some good news. Harrisburg still under a tornado warning, as well as El Dorado, Raleigh, and Galatia. This should stay south of Galatia. So once again, just to reiterate, for those of you asking, everyone to the west of this line, Marion, Pittsburgh, McLeansboro, everyone from a line from Olin, Illinois, Dongola, up through Krill Springs, up through McLeansboro, and everywhere west of that line, you are in the clear for severe weather. That includes all of Williamson County, all of Franklin County, all of Jackson, all of Union, all of Johnson, and all of Perry County, as well as Jefferson. So you are in the clear. The only counties we are concerned about right now is Pope, Hardin, Saline, and Gallatin counties in our coverage area. Still need to be in shelter in Harrisburg. We have maybe another small area of rotation here. Yeah, picking up 60 mile per hour, 70, 80 mile per hour wind gusts here. We've still got a lot of rotation in this area, even if we don't have a tornado on the ground. We are now in the mode of working to get confirmation on tornado touchdowns. We're going to check these storm reports. See what the Weather Service is saying. All right, so we have, again, a tornado warning. If you're just joining us, this is in effect for an observed tornado. This is until 8:45 p.m. for Saline and Gallatin counties. Not overly concerned with Pope County at this point. But, man, this is right in the middle of Saline County right now. Saline County getting hammered with severe weather at the moment. So far, we have no confirmed. We will, based off what we saw with the debris ball, but so far we have no confirmed damage reports in southern Illinois. We do have reports of significant damage in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, We have at least one person injured after a home was destroyed in Stoddard County, Missouri. Tornado reported near Cape Girardeau Fire Station 1. And those are the only tornado reports we have thus far. Let's take a look at that warning really quick down in Paducah and Kentucky, because I'm becoming increasingly worried about this as well. This still has a radar indicated tag on it, but if this does continue this general direction, it would likely impact the Brookport area. That's still pretty far out though, so we'll turn our attention back to this cell in Saline County. Still have about 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts in this, not seeing that tight rotation we saw a moment ago. We're going to put up a standby graphic once again here for just a moment, because we want to make sure that we do not have any missed information from anyone regarding damage reports. Let's see here. We're going to take you back to the radar here in just a moment. All right, let's seeing if we have any videos online or anything that's been sent to us so far. I do apologize for the break here. Hopefully those of you in Harrisburg are heeding the warning. We've been talking about this for a while, but that storm, thankfully, is starting to lose its intensity. So I don't think we have a tornado on the ground anymore for that particular storm. All right, so once again, if you're just joining us, we are tracking really two storms, but really one storm left. This is with the cell moving through Saline County. We're going to put the radar back on your screen here in just a moment. We have some reports that the Union County Animal Control may have been hit by a tornado. No confirmation on that, but that's a report out there. Power out in the Benton area. Huge trees down in the Thompsonville area. All right, we're going to take it back to radar for a second because I don't want to endanger anyone by being off too long. Yeah, we're just not seeing as much of a threat with this as we have. Still a severe threat, but not looking to be near as much of a tornado threat now. So, yeah, that it's bottomed out. That's a good sign. I do expect that warning to be allowed to either expire or to be canceled. Only warning of concern right now I have aside from that is that tornado warning down in West Kentucky. Yeah. That warning is likely going to track into the Paducah area if it holds its intensity. If that does track back into southern Illinois, though, we will certainly come live for that. And if we're going to run one more radar scan on this and make sure that this is continuing to bottom out.
To help out in that area. So we have 2 crews on the way ourselves, and hopefully we will be able to supply some ground crews from Delta soon, and let folks know what's going on there.
All right. So we are going to, now that this storm system is moving out of southern Illinois, we are now going to, we'll still go live if another warning is issued for our area. But again, just to wrap things up here quickly, I expect that warning to be expired everywhere in southern Illinois, with the exception of those east of this line, which is just a select few communities: Golconda, E-Town, Rosaclare, El Dorado, Omaha. Those areas still under risk for severe weather, as well as extreme south Massac County. We'll keep an eye on that storm. Everywhere to the west of that, you are clear for severe weather tonight. We're now going to transition into a post storm report, and we're going to have that to you within the hour or so as we go out and survey the potential storm damage across our area tonight and certainly into tomorrow morning. Rain expected through the next couple hours in southern Illinois. It'll clear out tomorrow, and then we'll have that flash flood threat coming up on Friday and Saturday. And we will go back live if a tornado warning is issued for Mass